Om Shanti. So, good morning, all of you, and welcome to the English Murli Awake Reading Club. So, as we approach Mahashivratri, the Lokik Mahashivratri, I guess, is on 15th. Baba Milan for us is on 14th. And all of you know, you can write in the chat box what is the significance of 14th Feb in the Lokik calendar. That is the Valentine Day, which we always keep speaking of a lot about in the Lokik world. So today's Murli is actually about 3rd of Feb 88, which is exactly 38 years from now. And Baba that time was saying that how he wants us to fulfill the desires, what pure desires Baba has. And it's about which Baba? It's about Brahma Baba. Because Brahma Baba happens to be our Badi Ma. In Hindi we say Brahma. Ma is mother. So he's not only the elder mother or the Badi Ma, but he's also, we know, Prajapita, right? So he's a Alokik father as well. So we have got these two relationships with him, the mother and the father. So what are his two pure desires? We'll be listening to that in today's movie. I'll just share the screen. Right, so, okay. So the two pure desires of Brahma, the mother and the father of his Brahmin children. So today, Bapdada, the one who fulfills all the desires, all the souls of the world, is seeing the spiritual lamps of his pure desires. I think in Hindi we would say, what do you call, pure ichhaएं. So that way it is like very pure ash hai, that way. And spiritual lamps, Ruhani Sitare or Ruhani lights. Baba seen at the, as always, you know, every Avyak Murli, the first line is Baba looking at we the souls. And he gives us these different specialities of we the souls. So today we are the spiritual lamps of his pure desires. Just as the Father is the one who fulfills all the pure desires of everyone. Similarly, children are the ones who fulfill the Father's pure desires. The Father fulfills the desires of the children, and the children thereby fulfill the desires of the Father. So you do know what pure desires the Father has for you children, don't you? Every Brahmin soul is a lamp of the Father's desires. In one way, we can also call this as in Hindi, Umidon ke Sitare, which Baba sometimes speaks about the three stars which we are. One is the luckiest and the lovely stars. Second is stars of hope. And third is stars of success. So in one way, Baba is speaking about the Father's desires, like every Brahmin soul is a lamp of what the Father is desiring from you. And what does a lamp mean? It means a constantly ignited light. Sadev Prajwalit, always lit up. A lamp that is always alight is lovely. How would it seem if the lamp was constantly flickering? All of us know at homes when our bulbs or tube lights they are flickering, it's not a very pleasant thing to happen. It's disturbing. You can't do any job because light flickers. So Baba is saying, same way, what will happen if your light, the inner light of the soul is flickering, which means sometimes I'm in soul consciousness, sometimes I'm in body consciousness. Will that work? So Babdada is pleased to see those who fulfill all the Father's desires, that is, the lamps that are constantly sparkling. And I like these two English words, flickering versus constantly sparkling. So today Bab and Dada were having a heart-to-heart conversation between themselves. Who remains in front of Bab Dada? It is the children who remain in front of him, isn't it? So they would only be talking about the children, wouldn't they? Father Shiva asked Father Brahma, do you still have any pure desires for the children? And Brahma said the children are definitely engaged in fulfilling the father's pure desires number-wise, according to their power, their love, and their attention. Since the father has fulfilled all their desires, they definitely have zeal and enthusiasm in their heart for definitely fulfilling all the father's desires. So here we have Brahma Baba is giving us actually full marks in this subject. As we know that when we speak about Shiv Baba, one subject which all of us are 100% full pass. Do you want to write down in the chat box which subject is that? Anyone? Shiv Baba gives us a certificate for that. 100% pass in which subject? Thank you. Yes, Vijay Bhai. Love. Correct. Whilst here, now Brahma Baba is saying that children here have a lot of zeal and enthusiasm. And you know, Brahma Baba being in the Avyak Lok, particularly from January, where we have a lot of intense meditation, trying to develop our Avyak stage, he sees everything, right, from the subtle world, doesn't he? So Baba says, Brahma Baba, that my children, the Brahmins, have a lot of zeal and enthusiasm in their hearts for fulfilling my desires. However, lekin always comes, right? They become number-wise in demonstrating that. There is a difference between thinking about something and demonstrating it practically. There are some children for whom thinking about something and doing it practically are equal. And those are very few. Baba says I can count them on fingers. However, not all are like that. When you bring into your awareness the Father's love and the attainments you receive from the Father, what the Father has made you and what He's given you, then because of being an embodiment of love, you fly with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm to definitely do by yourself what the Father has asked you to do. So in short, it's a big sentence. In short, whatever Baba wants us in Devi Murlis to imbibe and become an embodiment of whatever virtue it is, whatever knowledge point it is, or whatever power it is, are we fully into that? So Baba says here, Brahma Baba, that love has got you here. Love is the thing which is making you stick on to the yajna still and to Baba as well. But now with your zeal and enthusiasm along with love, try to implement whatever is in your thoughts. Try to make sure that whatever you think becomes. Like if I want to create a thought that yes, Baba, I want to become perfect and complete soon, become like that, right? So that's what Baba is saying. Those things are equal practically only for few children. However, when you come into service or into connection with a gathering, that is when you have to act to do something practically. Then in some cases, thoughts and actions become equal. That is, there is that same zeal and enthusiasm. Whereas at other times, at the time of coming into action, what happens? The sanskars of the gathering or the paper of circumstances that comes through the elements sometimes makes you feel things are difficult. Baba says, Maya comes in the form of paper, and this paper is of various situations or circumstances, which are created by what? By the five elements. So something like simple enough that there's a change in weather. Sometimes it's suddenly cold. Now that the cold has started going, the heat waves will start appearing. So at that point of time, what is my state of mind? Am I still stable, or this just weather change is taking a big paper of me and I'm not feeling very nice? My zeal and enthusiasm has gone down. That's about paper of circumstance. And the second paper is about paper of sanskars in a gathering, in service. Am I able to gel well with people? So Baba says, because of those circumstances and sanskars, the thoughts of zeal and enthusiasm you have with love create a difference when it comes to actually doing something. And then you think, oh Baba, if it weren't like this, it would be very good. Or this so and so soul, if that soul wasn't there, I would be fine. But that plea can't work, Baba says. Or this circumstance should not have been like that, otherwise I would have been fine. No. Things just come and we have to maneuver our way through that. So many people, this just reminds me of another expression what Baba says in Murli sometimes, that if you have a big obstacle, sorry, not an obstacle, if you have a big pahar, a big mountain in front of you, you can't tell the mountain to move away. Or on the road you're walking, there is a big stone. So you can't, you just, okay, if you can move the stone aside, fine. But the stone is too big, it's too strong for you to take care of it. So then Baba says that stone is not there in the way or in your way, it is your way. And therefore, if that you feel like it's an obstacle in your way, that stone or mountain, you have to just manipulate your way around that or maneuver your way around that and find out a solution for that. Here it reminds me, Baba always says, be an embodiment of solutions, not embodiment of problems or obstacles. Then you think, if it weren't like this, it would be very good. You then become caught up in the spinning of I and but. So instead of the spinning of the discus of self-realization, Swadarshan Chakradhari, we become Pardarshan Chakradhari, right? I and but. If, sorry, not I, if and but. Why, or rather, kyun aise hua? Ifs and buts. It should have happened like this, but instead it happened like that. And that is why this happened. So you get caught up in this if and but. And then this is why your thoughts are filled with, this is why your thoughts, which are filled with zeal and enthusiasm, then become different from your doing it practically. So Father Brahma therefore was especially speaking about the two desires he has for the children, because it is Father Brahma who has to take you with him and also remain with you. Right? So Shiv Baba is a temporary companion, right? In that way. He's only there at the confluence age. But we know we play our entire whole cycle part with Father Brahma. At the confluence age, he's with us in the Avyakt form. He'll be taking us back home. While Shiv Baba is taking us, but the first number one is Brahma. Along with him, we'll go. And also come in the part of the golden and the silver age with him. So Father Shiva is the one who will take you with him, but he will not be with you in the kingdom or throughout the cycle. That one, it is Brahma, will always be with you. And the other one, that Shiva, will always be the observer, watching as the detached observer. Beautiful. I just love this line that, Shiv Baba will then become Sakshi. After we finish the confluence age, he's done his job, he's transported us to the soul world, that's it. Then he becomes a detached observer for the entire cycle, right? Though he wants to come and hold us when we start falling during the copper age, but he still can't come because in the drama he can only come at the end of the cycle, right? There is a difference between both Brahma and Shiva in this aspect. Father Brahma always has the pure desire to make the children equal to himself in an emerged form. In fact, both Bab and Dada are responsible. But nevertheless, Brahma is the creator in the corporeal form, that's the Sakari form, and therefore the corporeal creator naturally loves the corporeal creation. We have been told earlier too that children belong to both the mother and the father. But it is still the mother who has special love for the children, because it's the mother who becomes an instrument to give sustenance. So this is what, again, a beautiful English word, palna. So we need to churn on this sometimes today, if you're free, that what sort of sustenance from Brahma Baba are we getting? And another aspect is what sort of sustenance from the Brahma Kumaris, which means from the teachers and my divine family I'm getting. Is there a difference or it's the same? Each to his own. We can churn on this. So Baba is reminding us that Brahma Baba's motherly sustenance is more important, and he's reminding us of that today. So it's the mother who is the instrument to make the children equal to the father. Even in Lokik lives, we know the child is always more close to the mother as far as love, cooperation, taking care goes. Whilst with the father, the child is close in the form of like receiving inheritance, or the father is more strict actually. So the father is respected more than the mother by the children, right? And therefore, I remember in our households, we call the father in Hindi as aap, where the mothers are called as tu, right? Do you agree with me? We address the mothers as tum and tu, like someone who's very close. Whereas the father, we have a lot of respect in the logic, and we don't say tu, we say aap. You know, in English it is just the same, you. But in Hindi we have these grades of respect. So the mother is the one who's making the instrument to make the children equal to the father. And this is why what is remembered more importantly, the mother's love has been remembered. And this is pure motherly love. It is not filled with any attachment or vice. So in the locket we have Sneha ke saath moh. But here it is only Sneha, no moh. Because where there is attachment, there is distress. But where there is only spiritual motherly love or just love, then the mother has that pride in the children and won't become distressed. So whether you call Brahma the mother or the father, what special desires does he have of the children in both forms? Both forms means the motherly form or the fatherly form. One desire is about the father, and the other is a pure desire about the Brahmin family. The pure desire he has about the father is that just as Bapdada is the detached observer and also the companion. So remember, it's again two beautiful words, very paradoxical, but they have to be used together. So both Father, Shiva, and Brahma are constant companions. Baba says, be in the company of this companion always. But at the same time, whatever actions we perform, we are responsible for that. We can't say, no, Baba, Brahma, Baba, and Shiv are responsible. No. So they are both at the same time not only companions, but also detached observers of what we are doing. So just as Bapdada, a detached observer and also the companion, similarly, he wants to become equal to Bapdada in the same way. So he wants whom to become? Us to become. And be a detached observer and a companion and become a great soul by always playing both the parts according to the time, right? So again, this is one way, the power to decide or discern. We should know when to uh, be a companion to other souls in the world around, in the alokik world or lokik world, and also when to be able to detach from them. So this is what happens. Like, I'll just give you an example which just struck me right now speaking about this point. That yes, in the lokik world, when people are inspired by you, that's a good word, to be inspired. But when they start getting influenced by you, by your talks, by your yoga power, by your seva, by your dharana, whatever, then you should be very careful. You can obviously give them company to a certain extent, but make sure you don't get them dependent on you. You don't make them attached to you, because that's becoming a vice then, attachment, dependence. You have to make them independent, and you have to make sure that you're connecting all the new souls who come to Baba's knowledge with Baba, not with yourself. And the season has started, the Mahashivratri exhibitions, a lot of gatherings, a lot of vacha seva happening, the seva happening through imparting knowledge. So to be very careful, Baba says, we should be able to know which part to play according to the time. The pure desire of the Father is for him to become a detached observer and a companion like Bap Dada. So both Bap and Dada are completely content with one thing about the children. And what is that? We already spoke about it. Every child has very good love for Bap Dada. Their love for Bap Dada never breaks. And because of love, whether they are powerful or only according to their capacity, they are moving along. So remember, love is a very important subject for all of us, which helps us to keep moving forward. They are definitely threaded in the thread of love as the beads that are Brahmin souls. स्नेह की डोर में हम सब बंधे हुए हैं. The thread of love is so strong and we cannot be broken away from that. See, many people share stories that, oh, this one is like that. I'm not able to gel well with this sister, that sister, so on and so forth. So they try to keep changing centers. Baba says that's also fine. But make sure whatever your sanskar is not matching with anyone, at least don't let go of me, don't forgo me, don't forget me. I am your companion, Shiv and Brahma both. Don't forget me and don't move away from me. This love is so strong that you can't be broken away from that. The garland of love is big, whereas the rosary of victory is so small. Again, he's comparing here Snehaki Mala and Vijayanti Mala. So both are very different. The garland of love is big means all the children in the world. So Brahmin souls and even those souls who haven't recognized Baba, all the souls are nothing but children of Shiv Baba. So that garland is very, we also call it Rudra Mala. So that mala is, or garland is very, very big. Whereas Vajayanti Mala, which is the rosary of victory, is very small. And we know it starts with 8. Those are the full pass with honors. Then we go on to 100, which are just pass. And then it is 16,000, which is basically the royal family. So children are surrendered to Bab Dada because of his love for them. No matter how much someone may try to separate you from the Father's love, you still are so surrendered to him because of love that you cannot be separated. The words my Baba, Mera Baba, Meetha Baba, Pyara Baba, all those emerge from everyone's lips and their heart with lot of love. So they are content with the children in the garland of love. So contentment is one pure desire of both Brahma and Shiva, that they are content with children's love. However, in being powerful like the Father and free from the spinning of if and but, instead of being constantly powerful, you are according to the capacity. So Baba is saying, knowledge is good, love also your 100% pass, but the subject of power is still dwindling, and we are still not as much powerful as Baba wants us to be. And that can only happen with the power of yoga. And also the spinning, the wrong spinning which we do now. That spinning also is less. It is in this that Bab Dada has the pure hope in all of you children that you become constantly powerful like the Father. So if you just want to say the summary of this entire Murli is, what is the pure desire? Baba wants us to be constantly powerful like him. Both. It could be Shiva and Brahma both. Where you have to be a detached observer, you sometimes become a companion. And where you have to be a companion, then you become a detached observer. So beautifully said that we have to know, strike the balance. What place of time, what day of the time we have to become what. So to be able to fulfill this responsibility in both the forms, according to the time, is said to be equal to the Father. The garland of love is no matter ready, but Bab Dada has the pure desire that a similar big rosary of victory should also become ready. You see, in 1988, Baba is saying that he wants a big rosary of victory, which means he's mentioned it further. 108 at least should be ready, and 8 that is already set. You don't have to think about that. Apart from the 108, Bab Dada is giving full freedom. The rosary of victory can be as long as however many want to be victorious. Do not limit yourself to 108. Do not think, oh, there are only 108 and we cannot enter that. It is not like that. Baba says that in Hindi, we say ladiyan lagayenge, which means he will add extra threads in the garland or in the rosary of victory. So you can become that. Don't think that 108 is over. In order to become victorious, one form of balance is needed. You constantly keep hearing about the balance between remembrance and service. But why isn't there the balance of remembrance and service when you want it? Even though you understand this, why is it not put into action? And for that, you need one other form of balance, and that balance is the one other desire of Father Brahma. The first desire of his was that children should become constantly powerful as we are, Brahma and Shiv. And second is that we need to strike this beautiful balance always. So one desire is to become equal to the Father, and the second desire is for the family. And we'll read this tomorrow. I'll just finish by reading this third page, first line. The second desire is for the family, that there are always good wishes and pure feelings in action for every Brahmin soul. We'll try to look at this tomorrow because this is a Murli spread over 2 days. So I'll just stop sharing the screen and then we'll spend a moment reflecting and come back with your sharings. Thank you. You could start sharing.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Manoj bhai. Thank you for Divine Family. Today, it's very much Baba saying that this true hope is a constant uh, uh, companion and detached observer. This true thing is to and become equal to Father, Bap Dada, Shri Baba and Mama. So that is constantly powerful like Father. That but and inside I got that as Father make Bap Dada make us equal to him, and then he becomes a detached observer in Satyu. Likewise, in this age, in this confluence age, we become equal to Bap Dada, and we have to companion to give our service to people, but we have to remain detached. Like this is a practice we have to do in this confluence stage. So that I inside I got that Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti. So Baba says the a constant light. I mean, every Brahmin soul is a lamp of Father's hope. So, and the lamp is when Baba says it is when constantly ignited and not the flickering one. So Baba would like to see us constantly ignited. That means constant light. And another thing that Baba highlighted is the weaknesses, the main weaknesses. Baba says there is a gap between what we think and what we do. So thinking is happening with zeal, but acting is not that same zeal. So especially in service or the gathering, Baba says that is where Maya tests us. So the gap comes when we have this if and but. So this happened, that happened. So situation like that. So Baba would like to see us, that gap is removed. So thinking and doing should become equal. And everybody passed in the subject of love. Yeah. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti Manoj Pai. Long time. Okay, when I just read the title of the Murli, it gave me a thing that we are speaking about pure desire of Father Brahma's hopes. It was capital small f and Brahma. So we always were told follow Brahma so that you can go back with him and return with him. So I used to think these are the two pure hopes of Father Brahma. So that's why it was always told as follow Brahma. But today, in one of the line when it was mentioned that it is Shiva is the one who will take you back with him. So very clearly, even though it says Father Brahma has to take you with him and also remain with you, immediately it was there, Father Shiva is the one who will take you back with him. Does that mean the incognito Shiva in the body of Brahma? That just one thing, if you could clarify, because I always used to think the procession head is Father Brahma, and we all follow him like the brides of Shiva. So, can you just clarify that point, Manoj Bhai, about the two desires of hope? And of course, we know Shiva is a Sakshi. If you could clarify something on that, Manoj Bhai.
Sure. So obviously, of the procession, Father Brahma is the head. But Father Brahma also, if he was the head of the procession, and if he had in his mind that he could go to the home himself, he could have already been there, and the confluence which would have been over by now. But that's not the case because Father Brahma is only Prajapita. He is not Parampita. We need to remember that. Parampita is the supreme father of all the souls, and Prajapita is he's just the father of the subjects, and the subjects which means of the golden age. So yes, of course, he is the leading example to be followed, but he himself has no power to go to the soul world. So obviously he'll be the one with Mama opening the gates of the soul world, but that opening of the gates, that what we call, he may be the chief guest or whatever, but the most important host which is there is Shiv Baba himself. So Shiv Baba will be taking us, it is not Brahma Baba, because even Brahma Baba is dependent on Shiv Baba for going home, right? Because otherwise he's already become complete and perfect Brahma Baba. So why is he still not able to go home? So there could be many pointers, but one thing is that he can't go himself alone. And second is all the other children are still in the process of becoming ready to go there. So I hope that clears the point. Thank you.
Yeah, what you said, I agree that capital F father is Shiva, small f father is Brahma, right? But even later, when Baba says it's a mother's role, which is more important, it is mother's love, which who wants all the children to be equal, and there is nothing to equal mother's love. So sometimes when Brahma is called as, of course, father, the Prajapita, agreed, and the mother, just the actual mother, later it was Mama, but Brahma, Badi Ma. So isn't also she, then what is her role? What is Brahma's role after all this surrender, after all this sacrifice? She's neither a complete mother like Mama, neither the title of father also is given to her. So if I was Brahma, can you justify my role, please?
You already answered this question. Okay, so you already answered that in the question when you asked before. If Brahma isn't there, the role of Brahma Kumaris, the role of Shiv Baba sustaining and making us worthy into the Satyugi golden age of children will not be there because the medium, the instrument which Shiv Baba is using is he's not using Mama's body, that is Jagdamba Saraswati, he's using the body of Brahma. So that way he also always says in the Sakar Murli that he is my one. So Brahma is your mother and I've entered this elder mother, the Barima, and then I've made you the children, the mouth-born progeny. So we can't negate the role of Brahma, If Brahma is not there, Brahma Kumaris won't be there. If Brahma Kumaris are not there, how will Baba, Shiv Baba, complete the task of transformation? How will he create the golden aged deities? So it's all about, yes, Brahma and everyone has their own role in the play, like in this. So it's not only Father Brahma's role which is important. Mama is also equally important to sustain all the souls. And not only these two souls, each and every Brahmin child, Baba says, is also so important. Though we are all number wise for him, but we should not be feeling that, oh, my fortune is less. All of us are very, very fortunate. We have found out Father, we have recognized him, and we are all on our journey trying to become equal, complete, and perfect like Bap Dada Bo. So I hope the role of Brahma Baba is very, very clear. If he's not there, nothing is there.
Sorry, Manoj Bhai, I really understood the role, but somewhere in some Avyakt Murli, some pointer comes, so it really makes my mind think. Like the other day when Baba said, y'all are also worshipped as Saligram, the leading line, that led me to believe something new. These Avyakt Vanis always bring about some new paradigm. That is why I just wanted to understand it well. And he glorifies the mother. That was the thing. I had no confusion about Father Brahma and this. But when this came, I just wanted to know he's going to take me back. That was the only one thing. I think every object would leave something new really comes. That's why I had a question. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so it is good. I know you don't have any doubt about Brahma. It is just that you ask questions that things get cleared for newcomers, and it is Shiv Baba is the ocean of knowledge. So he plays around with knowledge points no one else can do, and therefore it is good that we churn it in different forms. And he is the supreme teacher, so he wants us to be perfect in every subject, and therefore he gives us different points and tries to make our sort of effort making easier. Right. So thank you for your questions nevertheless. Right. So it's 5:40. Any other questions or comments? Otherwise, we can sit in meditation mode.
Yeah. Shanti Vaidhi. I really liked why our thinking and writing, basically our thinking and doing doesn't match. In services we call that letter and spirit. I got a connotation here, a link here that the circumstances and situations prevent us from doing what we actually think or matching the spirit with the letter. Ifs and buts do come in favor, though we think, but we are not able to implement it. And a big role is played by sanskars is very much a truth. And as later Baba brings it up very clearly that the sanskars, as actually in fact you clarified it very well, both the Lokik and the Alaukik personal play a role in making the doing happen. And it is always good, like as I see through the discussion, that there is Brahma Baba and then there is Shiv Baba. The mother is trying to make us equivalent to the father, though many people are mediators in between it. They are somehow have to connect to mother to become equal to father and not connect or get attached with people in whom they are coming with in connection. That is actually a very nice point. Even during Shivratri, this is very common to happen. It's happening already. And we have to still remain connected to our goal aim and help in a real display of Shiv Shakti to people. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Manoj Bhai, if it's okay, can I just ask a small question, please, before you wind up? See, the Sakshi and Sati, Father Shiv Baba, very clearly he has said, I'm always your companion, and then I become an observer. And Baba says, when you have to be a Sati, you're a Sakshi. When you have to be a Sakshi, you're a Sati. And then at the end of the thing, he says, "Aapko both hona chahiye." Can you just give us the proper balance between both, not from Shiva's viewpoint, from the Brahmin children's viewpoint, please? Thank you.
Temple where Brahma Baba was really an embodiment of being Sathi and Sakshi. It's like just what reminds me of is the beggary part, where Baba was in the same boat as all the other children. He was also feeling hungry. I'm speaking about Brahma Baba. He had to sustain so many children in the yajna. So he was the companion, he was in the same boat as all of us. But we see the example is Bholi Dadi used to come at say around 9 o'clock. Baba, there's nothing for breakfast. So Baba used to say, it's okay. Sorry, there's someone to speak. You want to mute yourself, Girijaman? Yeah. Okay. So uh, when it was breakfast time, Baba used to take the children to the Baba's hill, the Baba's mountain where the double foreigners, if there are any, they go there. You all know about how Baba used to say, go and do a little bit exercise, whatever fruits you can gather, cherries or berries from the tree, take it and then come back. And then by around 9:30, they used to come down and then Bholi Dadi used to say, now what? Because we don't have anything for lunch. Baba said, go, come at 10:30. And this shows pure detachment from there because then Baba used to get detached that this is Shiv Baba's yajna, it is not my yajna. So this shows the clear balance which here, and we need to. So there are so many such. We know Prajapita Brahmas. We call whatever Atra Kadam or Sola Kadam, whatever that book we have, whereby we need to follow his footsteps. So this is one example. There are innumerable examples. How at the same time he was in the same boat with us because he's very much in a corporeal body form. He's very much got that Kalyugi body which all of us have. But at the same time, he became so detached immediately. Also, while leaving his body, which is a fantastic remembrance that how he was so detached from all the children, though he was so not attached but so loveful towards all the Brahmin children. But in a second, he could leave the body in a very detached way. So there are many examples where we can learn from Brahma Baba's life story that how he struck this beautiful balance of Sathi and Sakshi, being having the total companionship with Shiva and with the Brahmin children, but also yet becoming totally detached like Shiva. Okay, so I hope this is okay for today, and you just sit in silence and you just stop. Uh, I purposely wanted the traffic control to play. Well, anyway, that's okay. Thank you so much, all of you.
Sorry, I thought some noise was coming. Amiben, over to you for closing.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.